Welcome to This Is Random. I am Tay.
And I'm Adri.
And today we are going to be discussing traveling.
Yeah, that's right. We going places. We doing things. Getting out there. We outside.
I swear to God, that's like the catchphrase of the summer this year is we outside. Was it?
I used it a lot.
I know. I noticed on Instagram.
Yeah.
It's like every story, we outside.
We outside because I was outside.
Are you normally not outside?
I'm normally not outside.
You're not an outside person.
I'm not I stay inside my house. It has everything I need. I'm about to give you guys a tour of my life. Ready?
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Okay. It has a bed to sleep in, lie down, do nothing. I have my TV.
Yeah.
Projector, right? I got food. I got alcohol if I need it. I could put on music to party if I feel like it. I have a bathroom. And I have a mother that cooks me food.
You're so blessed.
I know. Hashtag blessed. But since we're talking about traveling, where would you want to go to if you had nothing to worry about?
Nothing like funds.
No funds.
Anywhere in the world.
Anywhere in the world.
I think I would want to go to... I think I want to go to Italy.
Italy?
Yeah.
Oh, that's where I'm going too.
Really? When?
I have no idea. When I can.
But yeah, I've always kind of wanted to go to Italy. It just seems like a very art-enriched place, so to speak.
Oh, I just wanted to go there for food.
For Italian food?
Yeah.
Like authentic Italian food?
Yeah. I wanna be on top of like a small hill.
Yeah.
And like my house. And then I would smell somebody cooking lasagna. And then I would yell down like, "Hey, Margaret." I don't know. This random person name is Margaret.
Is Margaret even like an Italian name?
I have no idea.
Okay.
But that's the first name that came to my head.
Okay.
Margaret is cooking lasagna. I can smell it from my small hill. She's like right down there. I'd be like, "Yo, Margaret, send up some food." Margaret, send up some food. That's it.
Is lasagna like an authentic Italian dish though?
I have no idea.
Because when I was in college, I took 2 years of Italian. I'll get into that a bit later when we start talking about like languages. But when my professor at the time, she had told us like there's certain dishes that are considered Italian here in like America, and they're not. And like they make it in Italy, but they make it more as like a tourist thing. Yeah, it's more so like, oh, Americans expect us to make it, so we'll make it. But it's not what actual Italians eat.
Yeah.
I just don't know if lasagna is on that though.
I have no idea, but we could Google that.
Yes.
Yeah, we have the power of the internet, guys. I don't know.
Hashtag blessed.
Hashtag blessed. I don't know, because some people aren't that lucky.
Okay, so I think it is. So I just Googled it. It says the Italian favorite of lasagna that we all know and love originated in Italy and the city of Naples during the Middle Ages.
Yeah. See? That's what Margaret is cooking for dinner that day, that specific day.
Okay.
I'm going to call her and tell her.
So you would only go to Italy for the food?
I'm going to Italy for the food.
Are you going anywhere? Are you going places for... Oh my God, I cannot talk.
I have no idea what you're trying to say.
Are you going to places for reasons other than food?
No.
No. That's why you're...
That's all I care about.
That's the only reason why you were traveling is for food.
The only reason I'm traveling is for food.
That awkward silence. I don't know what to say to that.
I love food and I want to try other places.
Okay, so for you, what is one place that you would want to go to without any sort of restrictions?
I have a list of places that I would go to. Like China is one. Like most Asian places. I wanna. I watched my Chinese drama and they killing it with the seafood thing. Like, oh, Korean people. Oh my God, food. They eat all the time on these shows. They always eating and drinking alcohol.
I mean, like, food is, I guess you could say, a big part of culture.
Yeah.
So it would make sense, like, on shows, they would showcase the food.
I mean, most places don't show food. Like most.
What do you mean?
Like if you, there's like some American shows where they don't really eat. Like they would show the food, put it on the table, and then they're like, "Oh, I'm late for something," and then they grab a toast and
But
just
they have
run
like
out the
a
house.
whole breakfast buffet
Yeah,
on their table,
table.
and like, sorry mom, I'm late for class,
I'm
and
late
they
for
grab their
class.
like one toast
That
and
one
run out the
toast
door.
and run out the door, bro. You must be kidding me. I'm late for class. I might as well just stay and enjoy my food.
I used to do that all the time. If I was like late, oh my God, I believe that so much. Where it's like, if I'm late for something, I might as well go get a coffee or a breakfast or something.
Yeah.
I'm like, you're already late.
You might as well.
You might as well. Like, they're not good. They're already gonna. If you are gonna get reprimanded, they're already gonna reprimand you. So
Like, if you
might as well have a full stomach while they do it.
That's right. So, I don't have a specific place that I would really want to go. I feel like I just want to go places and just see it and eat there and be like, "Oh, wow, I've been here. I've had their food. It's great."
So you want to go on like a food tour, because that's an actual thing where the whole purpose of traveling is
It's
to
to
eat. Yeah.
Oh, that sounds nice. I would do that.
Yeah.
I would do that. Okay, who would you take with you? If you had to choose one person to go with you, who would you go with?
You want me to say you?
No, I don't want you to say me, because that would be a lie. We've discussed this, and apparently,
Okay,
guys,
no.
her answer was not me, and I felt offended.
The-
But I no longer expect it because it's not true. So
Can I
don't lie
explain
to
myself?
me. No, you cannot. You cannot explain yourself. I know. It's okay.
You don't know shit. The reason I would travel with you, I would love to travel with you. However, I want to go out and do activities.
I mean, we could do activities as long as it's not climbing a mountain. I don't want to climb
Why don't you
mountains.
want to? That's another place I know. I want to go to Greece
I would go to Greece.
and climb the mountains.
Why?
Why? Well, a lot
Can
of
we
their,
drive
a lot
up
of.
the mountain?
I mean, sure.
Okay, then I'll go
But
with
the
you.
thing is, you're not like climbing the whole entire mountain. Like, you're gonna drive at some point, and then there's trails.
I see. Is it a long trail?
I don't know. I haven't been.
Okay. If it's not that long, I'll go with you.
You're no fun. This is why.
Okay, fine. Don't bring just me. Bring somebody else who likes hiking and wouldn't mind
But that's
going.
the thing, though. It's like no one in my life likes to do shit. That's why I do things by myself.
You are
now.
such a
No.
liar.
I'm a liar?
Yes.
No, I'm not.
The only thing I wouldn't do with you is hiking.
You wouldn't go to a museum.
Oh yeah, and that.
I would be going, if I was going to Europe, I would be going to tons of museums.
Okay.
You can't, you can't defend yourself. Yeah,
cannot.
you wouldn't do it.
I wouldn't do it. I don't like museum guys. I can't. I don't see why. Personally, I have to go look at dead people stuff. That's just me. I get bored. There's nothing. I'm just walking around and looking at stuff.
I mean, we kind of touched upon it a little bit on the last episode, but
we
it's,
did? Oh, okay. Carry on.
but your memory is so bad.
My memory is so bad.
It's only been a week.
Oh yeah. It feels like months for me.
Wow. But yeah, it's pretty much enriching yourself in the art and history.
Yeah.
And you're not into that.
I'm not into that.
You know what? And that's another thing why I kind of specifically chose Italy, is that I'm very into Renaissance.
Okay.
That was kind of our thing in high school. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was our thing.
We had a lot of things.
It wasn't our thing in the sense where it was something we were interested in, but it's like we had to like study it because that was kind of like our department in high school.
Yeah.
But we'll talk about that next time. But yeah, I've always been kind of interested in Renaissance art, artists, history. So I would love to go to Italy to see that in person.
Okay, say that was before when you had no restrictions. Now you have to think about it with how much you make and how sucky the economy is.
Let's see. Well, I live in New York, so I think I would love to go to, I don't know, Jersey. Taking into consideration like money.
That's where you would go?
No, I would not. No offense to anyone in Jersey, but
yeah,
you're not that high up on my list.
I don't think people leave New York and go to Jersey just because they want something. Like, I don't know how to explain it. I feel like people should be moving from Jersey, not moving to Jersey. It's just like Staten Island. Like, who wants to move to Staten Island?
Who lives in Staten Island?
People live in Staten Island. It's like people should be looking to leave Staten Island, leave New Jersey.
Okay, so going back to what we were saying with restrictions and everything.
Yeah.
Where would I want to go? Well, I feel like the only place you can really go is within the country. Like, all right,
Like,
let's break it down. So, with restrictions based on like travel bans,
yeah,
do that. I think we're pretty limited. We're not super limited, but we are slowly getting pretty limited. So,
there's like certain countries you could go to, I think.
Like
they're open. Some countries are open. But
like open for Americans to go to, because with the travel ban, I was kind of confused by it. Is it more so like we cannot travel there, or they cannot travel here, or is it both?
It was both. Mm-hmm. I think you can come here if you lived here and the place we got shut down when you were in another country. So they would bring you back here because that's not your country. Mm-hmm. And then I don't think other people from different countries could come here. And then there's some countries that specifically put a ban on Americans because of that whole mask, non-mask, vaccination, non-vaccination thing that for some reason we're all debating. I think that's how that works. But other people, I think other countries can come here. Because my cousin was here. They came from Jamaica and then they went back.
I actually heard there was a travel ban with Jamaica recently.
Yeah, they got their COVID thing is high.
Damn. But with travel restrictions, I mean, personally, like taking into consideration the country, not the country, but like it's like just the state of everything with the pandemic right now, I just wouldn't feel probably comfortable traveling outside of the United States. One, because I don't know every country's laws and their regulations, and also I just wouldn't I feel like it would be selfish with America being so, I guess you could say, heavily infested. It sounds like termites or like bed bugs or some shit.
Infested with zombies.
Oh my god.
Yeah, zombies apocalypse. Lord, I'm all for it. I'm team zombie all way.
Let me get my sister on this episode. She would love that. But with everything going on, I just don't know if I would feel comfortable traveling to another country. Like I said, I feel like it would just be selfish.
Yeah.
Even though I know I'm healthy, just knowing that I could be potentially putting someone in another country at risk. Yeah. I just wouldn't feel comfortable. As far as in the United States where I would want to go, I think I would want to go. I would love to go to Hawaii.
Oh yeah,
Bucket list.
bucket list.
Bucket list.
Expensive.
It is so expensive. Oh my God,
Yeah.
Hawaii is insanely expensive.
I think Hawaii is one of those places that we could go to when we have enough money saved up. Like, how much money would you save up to go to Hawaii?
It depends on where you're going and the time of year,
Yeah.
and how long you're staying. Because that was an idea that I wanted to do years ago with my sister. We were like, oh, we should go to Hawaii, and I just started like randomly looking up places, and I would see like, oh, and they have like all inclusive things. Because personally, if I'm going on a resort type of vacation, I would to do all inclusive. So that's what I would look for. And when I would look for it for all inclusive resorts, it would be priced at probably like maybe $1,200 a day or so. And then because and they have packages. So there would be like a 4-day package, a 7-day package, a 2-week package.
So basically, what you're saying is we're gonna have to be saving like $1 million.
I don't think $1 million.
Okay, fine. I exaggerated. $500,000.
Like collectively?
No.
By yourself?
By
No.
yourself.
No. I mean, like let's do the math, even though I suck at it.
Okay.
That's what calculators are for. All right, so let's say they have a package for like $1,200 a day, and then you
Okay.
do a 5-day stay.
Okay.
So that's like $6,000.
Okay. And then add like to buy things.
No, add flight, because there are very rare. If there is, I would love to see it. For all the research I have done, I have yet to see a flight from New York directly to Hawaii. You have to do some kind of transfer, more than likely at like California.
I think it depends.
I've
you said,
never
the
seen it.
Time of
But even in the
year.
summer, I've never seen a full flight. Not like
I mean,
like a
it
straight
sounds-
flight.
It sounds long too.
It would be long. It would. That's why I think they do stops at like California. So
The
say like
answer
a
to that
minimum
question-
$6,000.
The answer to that question is a lot.
Yeah,
How much you gotta save? A lot.
a lot.
A lot. Okay. Say you go to Hawaii.
Okay.
Would you hook up with anybody?
Oh my God.
Yeah, that's right. Personal questions, guy.
Do we have like a ooh button?
Ooh, no, we don't have a ooh button, but we could be the oohs.
Ooh. Would I? It
Okay.
depends. Okay. No. I think it depends.
Okay.
Because it's also like, would you hook up on vacation regardless? And I have like mixed feelings about that. Like one part of me is like, go ahead, go get yours. But then also another part of me is, what if you catch something and you don't know where this person came from? Now you have like, I don't know, freaking chlamydia, and this guy is from Australia. How are you going to get in contact with him? Your time zones are different. How are you going to reach him? He's not picking up the phone. He's asleep.
If you even had his phone number. Stressed.
Can you imagine
that by yourself?
Can you imagine though if you like caught something, or even got pregnant by some random tourist like who lives across the freaking planet?
Yeah, and you have no way of contacting them.
Because again, time zones. He's asleep.
But thank you, whoever found this abortion thing, because then you could use it.
Well, that's a very touchy topic right now.
I mean, for other people, I'm pretty for abortion. So, I mean,
That's why it's like I'm taking Texas off my travel list. No offense, if anyone here is listening and they are from Texas, I refuse to step foot in that state for the next
100 years.
I was gonna say for the next like maybe 8 years or so, because I heard I heard a rumor that Trump might be like rerunning for presidency
Okay.
after this one, and if he wins, that's another like extra 4 years or so. I can't stop saying at least 8 years. I will not be stepping foot in that state
You know what?
willingly. No offense
I
to
wasn't
Texas.
gonna go to Texas anyways because I'm of the colored people. So it's not like they're gonna be like, "Oh my gosh, hey Adri, welcome! Like, come into my house." No,
I mean,
no.
not all of Texas
Texas is like
you
that.
you would have to go to like a city, like say like Dallas or maybe even Houston.
Yeah. I've only ever had one person say any racist thing to me, and that was like, whoa. I don't know how other people like deal with that mentally. So I don't want to put myself in a situation where it could happen, even if it doesn't.
And that's the thing with traveling and racism. It's just more so, I think, especially now, being black, specifically because we're both black and that's the only experience that we know of.
Yeah.
But it's like you have to take that into consideration now of where you're going. Like, how does this country handle black people and how do they take to them?
Yeah, I don't think like people who don't know me would appreciate me telling them that I have white privilege because, you know,
So Adri believes that she has white privilege.
it's true.
I don't.
It's so true. I've experienced it. This white
Really?
privilege. Yeah.
Really?
Of
Okay.
course. I'm gonna tell you guys a story. Ready?
Okay.
So, I went to take my driver's test, not the road test, the written test.
Yeah.
And my
Like the
friend,
permit test.
yeah, the permit. And my friend told me to make an appointment, right? So I was like, "What? You could make an appointment for the DMV to go in and take it?" I was like, "Oh,
Yeah.
say less." Right? So I made the appointment and I went and it was like 9 and there was a long line. I walked straight past everyone. Normally, if I wasn't feeling myself that day, I would just stand in line and wait, even though I had an appointment. I was like, nah, fuck this. I got white privilege today. Just because I said that. And I walked all the way to the front and I was like, oh, I have an appointment. She was like, okay. And she just sent me to the next line. And I just went there and I experienced it. And since then, I've opened up myself to this privilege.
I feel like we
So-
need to make a disclaimer with this episode. Adri has a very particular mindset about life. And please do not think that just because you skip a line at a DMV, you have white
I
privilege.
have white privilege.
Adri sees the world in a very interesting way. And I
have
feel
white
like
privilege.
this needs to be a disclaimer.
I have white privilege. It's okay, guys. I'm gonna tell you another one. Ready? Connections.
Okay.
I got connections. Connections, Taya. Connections. I got
hear
it.
you. I hear you. Connections.
That's some white privilege shit. That's
Anybody could get connections.
See, you're already tapping into it. It's okay. I still believe I have white privilege, and that's all that matters.
Okay.
Okay.
I can't argue with you. I can't. You make it like impossible to argue with, so I
Yeah.
can't. Because you don't like you have a viewpoint and you refuse to
I
change.
refuse to change it.
So it's really hard to argue with this.
It's not gonna work, guys. If you don't know, I'm a Taurus. If you believe in zodiac signs and stuff like that, that's right. I'm stubborn when I choose to be.
Yeah.
Like right now.
But back to traveling.
Yes. Ooh. If you were solo traveling, where would you go?
As far as solo traveling, that's on my bucket list, so to speak. I definitely want to solo travel. However, I feel like my family would refuse it. They would, because I always talk about how I want to solo travel and I would love to one day. But every time I talk about it, I can see their face and they're just kind of like, It's the idea of like traveling by yourself in a country you don't know. But I want to do a European tour. So it's pretty much they kind of like go around to the connecting countries. So like
Yeah.
Spain, Portugal, France, Italy. I would love to do like a tour like that. And I'm not talking about like you ever see those you ever see like those groups, they're meant for solo travelers. So it's like solo traveling without traveling alone.
Yeah.
Yes,
It's
you
like
kind of
you join a group, but you're technically by yourself.
But then again, like this defeats the whole purpose of solo traveling, don't you think?
I mean, in a sense, it does. But I don't know. It's hard. It's hard to like I don't actually it does not defeat the purpose of solo traveling because you're not with people you know. You're technically with a group of strangers. And the point of solo traveling is to see the world and meet new people and have new experiences. So technically you're doing that, but you're in a group environment where you don't have to like it give other people like your family and friends a small peace of mind like okay, she won't be completely alone where somebody could like snatch her up.
But then again, you are with strangers. They can. I watch a lot of true crime documentaries.
And that's where the problem is.
Yes. And like, how many times do you watch those, and then you see like, oh, she was with her travel group, or she was with these group of people, and then she went to a bar, and I think it actually happened with a girl. I can't remember her name, but it was like, I think there's a whole like Netflix documentary about her. But yeah, shit like that. So I could die regardless.
I mean, you can. However, it's not about you. It's about the people that you know. Like they have like a small thing in their mind like okay, she won't be completely alone.
Yeah.
So I think that's where that idea come from. Like you're traveling in a group. You're not by yourself just walking the street. I mean, you can.
That's what I would do. That's what my intention is to do.
Okay, so Tay is not allowed to solo travel.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
I would get lost.
she's
I would.
gonna get lost.
I was that child who like would go shopping with their family and just like wander off and pretend like they're grown and know the store and shit.
Okay.
I was that child. So I probably would just like wander off from my group and be different.
Okay, and get lost.
Yeah.
Okay. Now we know. And yeah. Wow.
So if I like get lost and I die now, like that was her fault.
That was your fault. I'm like, oh damn, Taya. You should have stayed with your group. They all survived. And you didn't. Gosh. This is all her fault. I mean, I guess she's dead and whatnot, but still, I could blame her.
Well, what about you? Like, who would you travel with? First of all, I don't even think you said it. Like, where would you go if you could travel anywhere in the world?
I have no idea. I have to pick one.
What's your top 3? Can you rank it?
My top 3?
Can you rank it like 3 to 1 or no?
I think so. I could try. Okay. All right. Brazil.
Is that 3 or 1?
3.
Brazil. Okay.
Brazil. China.
Why are you panicking?
Because I don't like questions.
God.
And Thailand.
Okay.
Yeah. Can I do 5 instead of 3?
Sure.
Okay. And Italy and
You can't even think of the fifth one.
I can't even think of the 5th one. Oh my gosh. You know what? Forget it. Just leave it the way it is. Okay. That's it.
So Brazil, China, Thailand, and Italy.
Yeah.
And they're all for the food.
Yeah. Well, minus Brazil. I have no idea why that's part of my list.
Really?
It's just there.
Do you think it's like to go to Rio? Do you think it's like because of the festival?
You know,
Like, would you want to go like during? That's probably like what it is.
That could be it. Yeah, I think that was it. I don't think it was the food. Like, I don't know any food Brazilian wise.
It's for like you want to go to Carnival.
I think I just wanted to go to the Carnival.
I want to go to Mardi Gras. I've always wanted to go to Mardi Gras.
That's okay. If that's one of the places that we plan on going to, like next year or the year after that.
Yeah.
Because
I would love to go to Mardi Gras.
yeah, we're gonna do it. We're doing it, guys. We're doing it.
We're gonna get our we're gonna get our beads. Yeah, we're gonna get our beads.
don't we gotta like flash people for that?
I thought they were just like in Jerry Springer.
Oh
no. I'm kidding. Would you do it?
Flash people for beads?
Yeah.
No. I would have to be really, really drunk
to do it. Would you do it knowing like it wouldn't be recorded or anything, just to do it and just you'll never see that person again?
No. No. I have a weird thing about like my chest area.
Is it self-conscious?
I'm very self-conscious about it.
Okay.
Me and my itty bitty boobies.
That's fine.
Me and my tiny mosquitoes. I'm gonna be flashing people my mosquitoes. Okay.
People like mosquitoes.
Do they? They kill mosquitoes. People kill mosquitoes. Kill you.
Someone's gonna swat you.
I won't get beads. I get prints.
You would get beads.
Like,
you would get beads because you're cute.
I am adorable. Yeah. So I don't think I gotta flash people. I'll be like, oh, can I have
You're
some
like,
beads?
Can I get some beads? And then they would give it to you regardless.
Thank you.
Exactly. But would you do the whole hooking up on a vacation?
No.
No.
I'm one of those people who, if I go with you somewhere, I don't think
you should separate from your group.
From the group just to go have sex. I mean, I can have sex here. What's the difference between here and there?
I don't know.
Nothing.
International dick. It might hit different. I don't know.
No, I don't think so.
I don't know. Maybe the guy from, I don't know, Germany can hit it differently than the guy here.
You know, I would have to test it out, right? And then even if I do decide to do it, it probably won't be that good. So I just waste my time. I would just be wasting my time. I could be spent sitting in the hotel at the pool, just enjoying myself, reading the book. I don't need it. I don't have to travel to go get it.
Touche. Yeah. Respect.
Yeah.
But would you do solo traveling?
No. No. I'm fucking scared.
Really?
I think I would be I'm terrified. Just the idea of it just terrifies me. Just like walking on this. No.
But all right. So say without traveling, like here, do you do things by yourself?
Yeah. Here I'm okay with doing things by myself. I go, if I feel like it, I could go to the movies, whatever, go out to eat. However, I'm not doing that in a place where I just like showed up, barely speak the language. No, I would not. I would not solo travel. I'm not traveling overseas to go by myself.
See, that's the thing though. I feel like if I'm going to solo travel, I would have to do it in a city. Like I would have to go somewhere where I'm going to be at a city.
Where there's a lot of people and stuff.
Yeah, so to speak. But I also feel like there's more like, I wouldn't solo travel to like a resort. Because the thing though, like say the Caribbean.
Okay.
If I'm going to the Caribbean, I want to go to a resort.
Yeah.
I want to go somewhere where it's tropical.
Okay.
Exotic kind of speak.
Mm-hmm.
That I would not do by myself. I feel like it's awkward. Maybe I think that's just more me. It's just awkward going to a resort by yourself compared to going to a city by yourself.
Oh, and that's.
I think it's more so because I'm like, if I'm at the pool, you know, it's just awkward.
It's just you sitting at the pool.
Yeah.
Dangling your feet in the water.
Yeah.
Nobody to talk to except strangers.
Exactly.
Coming up to you like, hey, how are you? Get away from me, lady.
That's literally the main reason why at my gym has a pool and has, I think, like a jacuzzi in it. I haven't used it yet because I don't think they allow you to bring your phones in that area. And I don't want to go by myself and just sit in a jacuzzi and then some random person has to sit there with me. Like, what the fuck do we talk about?
Nothing.
We don't talk. So you just sit.
You just sit there.
You sit half naked in a jacuzzi with a random stranger.
That's right.
That shit's weird.
That shit is weird.
Yeah. Which is why I would not do like a resort kind of environment by myself. But with the city, and then with the resort, you're kind of like just limited to whatever.
That's in the area.
As opposed to if you're in a city, you can go to different places. So if shit gets weird, I'm just gonna go like 3 blocks down somewhere.
I don't know. I feel like I shouldn't be solo traveling when I have friends. This is what friends are for, to travel with.
Yeah, but sometimes you just want to do things by... I'm alone. You know what it is? This is our difference. I am a loner.
Okay.
And you are not.
I am too.
No, you're not.
I am too. I'm a
You
loner,
are not.
guys.
No, you're
Don't
not.
listen to her. She don't know nothing.
No,
about
you're
me.
not. You are not a loner.
I'm a loner.
I think you like to believe you are. You like to believe you're this mysterious loner who just does things by themselves and goes places by themselves. But no, you are not.
Whatever. We'll just agree to disagree.
No, I'm right.
Okay, fine. She's a little bit right. Okay.
No, I am right. I know I'm right.
Okay, fine. She's right. I'm not a loner. I don't like to be alone for too long.
You don't. Because think of it this way. If you see something like that you want to do, is your first immediate reaction is...
Send it to the group chat.
That. I was going to say like more so like invite someone. But yeah.
I send it to the group chat, or I send it to my friend Max. I'm like, oh, we should do this. And
exactly.
She was like, oh yeah, sure.
Exactly. Like your immediate reactions to do things with people. And that's fine. Like there's nothing wrong with that.
There isn't.
But I'm not like that.
Yeah, we know.
I felt that was shady.
It was. That was a lot of shade. There was no sun. Nothing.
I felt so much animosity in that we know.
We know.
Like, okay. About to turn this to like a friendship therapy session. But let's go into the next point of languages.
Oh yeah, like learning the language before you go to a country that don't speak English.
Why? I feel like I don't understand why people don't do this. I feel like that should be common sense to do, is go learn the language. Why would you not?
I mean, it's this weird thing where people think you're supposed to know English because.
And it's funny because English, I don't even think is the most spoken language. I think isn't it Spanish? I could be wrong, but
I don't know.
Let's see.
I think it's more like there are some people in the world that speak English, and when they go to other country, they expect you to know English too, because they think English is this well-known, amazing language. But English is hard. English is confusing.
Oh wait, no, I think it's Chinese.
I mean, there's a lot of Chinese people.
I'm seeing very different results. I'm seeing I'm seeing English, but I don't know how accurate that is. I'm seeing Chinese, specifically Mandarin. I'm seeing Spanish. But either way, regardless of what the most spoken language is, I actually think it is Mandarin. I'm seeing that more often. Yeah. But
that's what I'm learning, guys. Chinese people. That's my people.
How's that working out for you?
It's pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah. I find it easier than Spanish. I struggled so hard with Spanish. Supposedly the easiest language to learn. It was not. It was hard. It was really hard. Mm-hmm. All I've learned in Spanish is Hola, ¿cómo estás? Muy bien. ¿Y tú?
¿Y tú? That's the first thing they teach you.
Yeah. And pantalones.
Pants.
Yeah. Habla español. No habla español.
It's so fun because what we were saying earlier, when I took Italian in college, I felt so stupid. So the thing was, part of the curriculum was to graduate was I had to take like 4 language courses, so 2 years. It's like 101 to I guess like 202 or whatever. And I chose Italian. I kind of always decided since high school I wanted to take Italian. So when I saw that my college gave it as a course, I was like, oh shit, I'm going to do it. And the reason I feel stupid as fuck was because I'm like, I should have took Spanish, because even though I sucked at it, I sucked at actual speaking the language, but I did good in like the courses in school. And I took Spanish classes in general since like sixth grade. Because I took it in middle school. They made us take it. But I feel like I should have took it in college, because I just wanted to like pass my classes and graduate. I wasn't trying to like learn a new language. I kind of was like, yo, I need this to graduate. I need this language class. I should have just took something I kind of already knew, so I can just pass this class and go. But when I took the Italian class, I mean, I did good in it. I got an A by the time I graduated. It's just my 101 class was interesting because it's 101, it's intro. No one in this class, speaks Italian. And my professor, she had said when she was teaching that because this is an Italian course, she will not be teaching in English. She will only be teaching in Italian. And I would understand that, like that teaching method. It would make sense to me.
If it was like a second year or second.
Yes. You're telling me your intro class, again, this is 101. No one in this class has taken an Italian class before this.
Right.
No one has any idea of what is happening. And you are teaching it in a language that no one understands. How are you teaching the basics?
I mean, it sort of makes sense too, because you have no choice but to learn. It's like when you go to a country and you're put in, like, you stay there for like months to learn the language, and all they speak is that language.
But
so
the
then
thing
you
is,
learn. You're supposed to learn faster, but not everybody learns like that.
But my thing is, I'm just like, you're gonna say, if you're saying, okay, this word means computer or whatever, and she's saying this means computer, this whole sentence in Italian, I do not understand her explanation of this means computer.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it would be one thing if she was like, she said this is computer in Italian, and then she said in English, this is computer. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then you break it down sentence by sentence. But she did not do that. She would go on the whiteboard, and she would teach the class in Italian. That class was so irritating. I mean, I got a B, so I passed it, but it was so stressful. And then when I took 102, I actually, thank God, I got the same professor for 102 all the way to 202. Because she would tell us, and it was actually not even the same professor, but the same class. Because she told, when we did 102, she was like, oh, I'm going to be teaching 201, guys. So when it was time to like re-register for classes, we all took her.
Oh, okay.
101 was the teacher that taught in Italian.
Right.
My 102, she taught in English, but she would like say things in Italian, but then she would explain it in English. So there was that. But what I was like saying was, she would tell us like, oh, I'm going to be teaching 102, and so when it's time to register, we all just go to her class. Yeah. And then she did the same thing at 102. I'm going to be teaching 201, same class, we all went to her. I'm going to be teaching 202 next semester, we all went to her. So I had like the same teacher in the same class for like a year and a half, and I got an A. Because one, she knew who I was, and she made it so easy.
I've only taken like 2 Mandarin classes so far.
Yeah.
So I don't really know much, but it's been going very, very well. My favorite phrase is "nishushe tashushe."
What does that mean?
Who is she? Yeah.
Who is she?
Yeah. Or who are you?
Why is that your favorite?
I don't know. It just sounds great.
you like the way
I like the way it sounds.
Are you saying it right?
I don't know. It sounds right to me.
They don't correct you on like pronunciation?
Oh yeah,
do they not
do.
Like stress it?
But it's when you ever try to learn the language and you say it and they would correct you and then you would forget.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's me. That's me right there. I forget sometimes. So like I would need to like keep hearing it over and over again in the same tone, because Mandarin is a tonal language. So
Mm-hmm.
you could say a word and it's the same spelling, like pinyin, but it has different tone, so it has different meaning. But the character itself is different.
Have you tried learning Cantonese?
No, that's that's for later. After I tackle this, then I will work on the rest of the language in the world. I have a goal.
Okay, what's your goal?
After Mandarin, I'm gonna learn Korean
Okay.
and work my way down to Spanish.
You're working your way down to
Down
Spanish.
to Spanish, yeah.
So you could, is it because you find Spanish the hardest?
Yeah. The Spanish, I don't know. It's hard.
Really?
Yeah.
What did you take in high school? Like I remember I took Spanish. Oh, you took the French class, right? How was
Yeah.
that?
It was good. I like most things you learn in high school, you forget once you leave the class.
Yeah. I feel like I don't it's so hard to learn languages as an adult.
Yeah, I feel like it would easier if you learn as a child when your mind is developing. However, you would have to know your teaching skills, like how you learn. You'd have to figure out what best works for you. Most people learn by like watching videos or seeing like the language. Most people learn by like writing and saying it. Most people learn by actually being put in a situation where all they hear is that language and then it just works. That don't work for me.
With you, like, would you say that what would you say is easiest for you? Speaking, writing, or there was another one. Speak or reading. Speaking, writing, or reading in another language. Like if and let's say Mandarin because that's what you're learning.
For me, it's writing.
Is this from easy to difficult?
Yeah. For me, writing is easier, and then after writing, it would be what's the other one?
Speaking and reading.
Reading and then speaking.
See. Well, actually, for me, I think I'm a switch reading and writing. So for me, like from easiest to difficult, it's reading, writing, and then speaking. Speaking is very hard in the language.
I think from
It's anxiety
speaking,
inducing.
yeah, it's the idea where, oh my gosh, I think I'm about to say it wrong, but technically you could be right the whole time. So you like psych yourself. At least for me, I psych myself out, and I'm just like, okay, you know what? Forget it. I don't want to talk to you.
It's not even just like I don't even want to have this conversation. Like I don't want to talk to you.
I don't want to talk
Just
to
like
you.
walk away.
Just like walk away. That's it. Like
You just walk out
forget
of
it.
your
Just-
Chinese class. Like I'm done with this class.
I thought about it more than once. Like whenever she would call on me, my teacher, what she would do is she would like get straws and put her name on it, and then she would like pick a straw.
Oh my god, my professor did that too. She did.
I hated that, the anxiety of that whole situation.
Well, what mine did was she would. I think this was the 101 professor, the one that like would not speak English to us. I think she would encourage us to ask, or she like that's how she started the class off. It's like with a conversation.
Yeah.
That's how most language classes do that.
Yeah,
They start the class off like with conversations like, "You,
Like, oh.
what did you eat for dinner last night? What did you watch for TV?" It's so weird.
just like go in like, oh yeah,
rapid round.
Lim.
But we did that too, where she would like have us ask questions or have us answer questions. If no one answers, she would just like be like, "All right."
All right. And then she would keep doing that for like the rest of the class. So like every question, or if she wants somebody to ask a question, she would like pick out a straw, like, okay, you do it. And I think she kept changing the color of my straw, because at one point I thought it was blue, and then I was like waiting. I saw it picked out a blue. I'm like, oh shit, that's me. But it wasn't. And then it became a yellow, and I was like, oh, she changes. She changes.
She probably knows.
She knows.
She knows like everyone kind of like memorized their color.
Like looking for my color, I'm like, oh my gosh, there's no blue. She
figured you guys out.
Oh no, I would have panic attack in that class without even having panic attack, but it'll be fine because most of the questions I knew the answer. I just didn't like speaking. Yeah. So that was my problem. And I think she figured it out too.
I kind of find like a hack for that. And it's so stupid because the hack is literally what they want you to do, which is just volunteer. Just volunteer right off the bat. And you know, it hurt. Oh my God, I can't talk. But like it helps to be one of the first volunteers because if you mess up, they don't put as much like pressure on you, so to speak, because they're like, oh, she just messed up. But it's like the more everyone else keeps doing it and then it gets to you and then you mess up, it's kind of like, were you not paying attention to the other fuck ups?
I think they want you to make mistakes. Like making mistake is good, but
I don't want to make a mistake. I want to be
I want to be perfect too. I want to just get up and just say it and like, okay, like, that was great, she's guys. Fluent. She knows her shit. But that's not the case. That is not the case. No. I mess up all the time because I second guess myself, and then she was like, okay, that's not it. It was something else. But the listening portion and the writing part, whenever we had a test, I'm like all up there. I'm all up in there. I'm walking out of class above 90s, like all up in there.
So would you say that's, I guess out of all you haven't really like took classes for a lot of languages learned, but would you say this is like your most favorite?
This is my favorite. Yeah, this is my favorite language ever. Ever.
We know we have to do, we're supposed to go to, we're still going to do it, but we have to go to Chinatown and you have to show them what you got.
Oh.
Yeah.
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 When are we doing definitely. That? Next year?
No.
There's a pandemic, you know.
Bitch, Chinatown is literally like what, an hour and a half away by train? No.
There's a pandemic going on.
What the hell are you talking about?
You know, like traveling
by the train.
There's traveling restrictions.
Nah, we're gonna do it. All right. How about this? If we go to Chinatown, okay. or do you want to go to like Flushing? It's closer.
Okay.
Yeah. You do not sound excited.
I'm not excited.
We can go to Little Italy, and I can try to brush up my Italian. I probably speak so horrible at it. I would speak so horrible at it.
Okay, so that's what we're gonna do. You can go to Little Italy, and I'll go to China.
That's fine. But I think we are slowly running out of time.
Slowly? It was pretty fast.
Really? It has been going really fast, hasn't it?
Yeah. So, are we done talking about traveling? Because I have a traveling story.
Do you wanna
that I tell like people.
Do you want to tell it before we finish?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell
Adri
it.
has a traveling story.
Instead of telling you guys a joke like I did for the last two, right? I'm gonna tell a story. By the way, those jokes were from the internet. I just googled 101 short jokes anyone can remember. You type that in, they got a whole list of funny jokes. It's hilarious. Tay don't understand. She doesn't understand.
I don't understand your humor.
My humor is amazing. Whatever. Okay, so my friend and I went to Portland in May, June. Mm-hmm. I forgot when. To do, I guess, white people stuff. Portland, Maine. I went for seafood because that's what I was told would be there. And as you guys know by now, I travel
for food.
So while we were there, we met a group of people that were our age. So while we were there and we got there on Sunday, there was nothing to do from Sunday to Wednesday. Like, places were closed. They closed like at 2 p.m. and there were barely any bars open or anything. So we had nothing to do for a while. So we were walking around trying to find people our age. There can't just be old people here. So Thursday night, we finally found a group of people, and these people, we were with them, and then they met another group of people. So we got transferred.
They transferred you?
We were just jumping from a group of people to another group of people.
You were group hopping.
Yeah, we were group hopping, basically. Like, one person know that person in the group, and then we just go along with them. Like, oh my gosh, you guys are from New York. You guys are so fun. We're like, oh yeah, thanks. We're fun. So while we're there, there was this girl, and we asked her, like, oh, what do you guys do here for fun, like, for people our age? And this is her legit list. She said, go out to eat, parties, go out drinking, and do coke.
Oh my god.
Yeah. She was so proud of herself. And yeah, and we were like, oh yeah,
I need someone.
We don't,
you said this was
we
Maine?
don't do that.
I need someone from Maine. I don't care who. I just need someone from Maine to confirm this. If all you guys do is, what is it? Drink, go to parties,
eat, and do coke.
Yes.
Yeah, that was it.
Wow.
Yeah. So that's the end of this. And we decided we're probably not going to go back to Maine anytime soon, because we're going other places to see what they do, if they also do coke.
Wow.
Yeah. We don't do coke. We're not telling people to do coke.
I mean, I think we already established in the last episode we don't do drugs.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
That was Adri's adventure in Maine.
Yeah.
Okay, I guess we're going to go from here. Next week, we are going to be discussing, I guess, a bit of pop culture.
Yeah.
So we're going to be covering, movies, music, celebrities,
cancel culture.
And then Adri is actually going to talk about her love of Nicki Minaj and Rihanna.
Oh, I am? Oh,
we had to write that specially for her.
Because that's I'm a barb. I'm a barb and a navy. I can't. I just can't.
She can't even.
I can't even. If you want to hear more from us, you could follow us on our Twitter at thisisrandom_TA.
We are on Apple, Spotify, Google, Amazon Music, literally everywhere at this point.
And YouTube.
You can follow our YouTube channel.
You can subscribe.
You can subscribe to YouTube. You can subscribe to whatever podcast platform you are listening to. Also, leave us a review.
Yeah, tell us what you think.
What do you think
about our podcast? If you love it, if you don't love it, probably keep it to yourself.
All right, guys, this is Random with Tay and Adri.
Goodbye.
Goodbye. Bye.